Hey there. So in this tutorial, I just want to explain how we can create dynamic variables from our Supabase table within Flutterflow. And when I say dynamic variables, what I mean is in like a scenario like this. Now, these are all three rows from a Supabase table. And within these three rows, you can see we have some kind of like unique icons over here. Now, these icons could vary by any number. You can see here we have three different items or three different images. Here we have a single image and here we have a single image. Well, how that works is really just with a JSON. And I'm going to show you how we can build something like this very quickly. Okay, so let's head over to our Supabase. So this is just the Supabase table which we are currently working on, and you can see over here the first item add three images: stripe, Flowflow, and glide. So let's head over to our app, and you can see we have stripe here, we have Flowflow, and here, over here we also have the glide um, image. So what I have was a way to write the tools in a string, and from the string then it is converted to a JSON, that's like a JSON tools, and from a JSON tools then we're getting the tools URL over here, right? And in order to create something like that, you have to have a JSON column. So without a JSON column, then you can't really make a function like that. What is actually the most important is this specific column, because this is where I am calling the image URL into Flowflow. So as long as you've gotten this specific column, then you head over to your Flowflow. So I'm very sure you know the first thing to do is you need to get the new schema. And once you've gotten that, then your wherever you made your backend query, which was over for this specific page, I use this this column. So you can see I just have like my Supabase query. I'm just getting the content from I'm just getting the rows from the content page, and then over here I have a row, and this specific row is where the images are. Now I'm sure you can't see the images. Not really sure why you can't really see the images, but they are yeah, but the idea. I'm sure you could see some kind of like holder there, like just showing you that is an actual image here, right? So in order to do that on this row, you would have to use a generate children from variable, and just give it a random variable name. And what we're getting here is really, let's just try and clear this. And once you've made that, then under the column here, so if I hover over here, you could see it's kind of like reflecting here. So I'm very sure you could see the reflection there. So under this content row, then you would want to get the JSON column which we are working on. And for this specific use case, the JSON column we're working on is called source link. I'm just going to select source link there, and I'm just going to get the row field, and that's really literally all there is to it. Because I'm working with an image, that is all I'm going to have to do. And once I've gotten that, then for the image URL here, I will just point that to, let's try that again. I'm just going to point out the new row variable, right, which we call source link. I'm just going to, so you can see it's also reflecting over here. I'm just going to select that, and that will be literally be all. You don't have to change anything, you don't have to do anything else, and just confirm that. The same idea could also be generated for your images, sorry, for text values, right? So rather than using an image, probably if you wish to use a text, then you just have to use the same idea there. Right now, what I want to just show you is exactly how we can probably the idea or how I was able to create this dynamically. So first thing is I needed a way to be able to just write the items down, right? Because imagine, because this product is kind of like what clients would use or end users are going to use, and they probably wouldn't want to be writing the URL of each icon they want to use. That's kind of like messy, and that's not really the purpose, and that's not really how a good app would work, right? So that's kind of like messy and stuff, which is not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to be able to wait for them to like list the tools they want. Probably this should be in a drop down column. Yeah, it should be in a drop down choice component, and they could just like select the number of tools they want to they are working on, or the number of tools being used in this specific row, which is kind of like the idea I use for this project, right? So so let's say I write in, I want to use stripe, Flutterflow, and glide, and then so which is just going to be like a normal string. Then I have a SQL query that's running over here. Actually, my query here. So now I have this SQL query. This tools to JSON was at the table running over here. Let's just check that. That is gonna be choose JSON. Yeah, okay. So now I have an SQL query running over here, and what this query is doing, just like getting the old string here, and it's kind of like converting that into a JSON, like how a valid JSON would look like, right? So that's really literally the only purpose of this simple code here. And then I have another code, and what this code is doing is getting the value from that so you can see getting the value from choose JSON, and what it's doing is able to select a specific URL from there. Like for instance, over here now, so once in order to create a function like this, you'd have to first like list your variables. For instance, I have like about a few variables here. I have Flutterflow, I have Supabase, I have Make, I have OpenAI, and I have a few more company or tools, right? So now what it's doing is I am able to assign a specific tool to a specific URL, and I'm sure you probably noticed this, but each of these URL from brand fetch, right? So I kind of like use that API to get these images, right? So now in each of these string, if we're able to get a name like WhatsApp, then we're going to write WhatsApp we're going to write the WhatsApp URL. So let's just test that, right? So I'm going to head over to content now again, and okay, so let's try to work with one of these. So let's say we want to work with Supabase, and we also want to work with WhatsApp. Now one thing, they have to be very accurate with the title or with the name of the tool, which is why we want to use a choice component in the front end, so the client doesn't ever make a mistake in choosing or in like not getting the correct name. So now I call this WhatsApp. Okay, and since this is updated, you probably get this updated instantly. So you can see our Supabase and WhatsApp have been added, and over here now we're going to have about two URL. So here you can see choose link, and this would be for the first would be for Supabase, and the next would be for WhatsApp. So now if I head over to my app, yeah, that should be here. So you can see it's updated automatically instantly. So yeah, this is Supabase and this is WhatsApp. So I could head over back here, and so let's say I don't want to use anything, or rather, so I have to edit from here. Let's say I want to use anything, and also OpenAI. Probably give this about 3 seconds to update automatically by itself. Look at here, and now we're going to have about 3 new URLs, which is 1, 2, and 3. Now when we head over back to our Flowflow app, that should be about here. But here you could see our OpenAI image has been generated successfully, right? And it's just like a brief idea on how to create a feature like this for your application. And if you do need help building a Flutterflow app yourself, or really any app idea you have in mind, and you don't use no code or low code in for the development, then feel free to reach out. We could move on from there. Best.